Smash it, reach out, legends. Welcome to the video. Send us some love, some positive vibes your way, especially if you need it out there today. I am not alone. I am joined by the great KruYsen, back on the channel with my favorite guest. KruYsen, what's up, man? How you doing?
Fine, brother. And you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. We're here to do the nuke off, the nukies, not the nuke off, but the nukies. A little award show for you guys. I'm taking one of the best live arena players in the world.
The hottest in the office award goes to Ryan the Temp. You want him? Hey, that's real.
How you doing this season, by the way? Are you going hard, or?
On Dog's account, we're between 4th and 5th on the seasonal
You're
rank.
4th right now. Yeah. Wow, what a beast. This is insane. How do you feel? I just want to ask you, hopefully if I can edit this out if you don't care to answer, but how do you feel about having multiple players on these accounts, these top accounts? Does it bother you? You're totally cool with it? What is your stance on that?
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me, but I would prefer to have limited amount of battles counting towards the ranking.
Yeah,
I think that for me would be perfect. We don't care if you want to play 12 hours a day, but most of the people can play 12 hours a day. So
exactly.
I would prefer like 10, 20, 30 battles maximum counting towards the ranking. After that, it's going to count general ranking, but not seasonal ranking.
Yeah, no, you'll still get the rewards, you'll still get the general ranking, but seasonal. I agree with that. I agree with that. Limited battles that count towards the seasonal, because this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, you know? It just it makes it no fun to have to try to grind. But anyway, I digress. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about nukers, my man. We have some categories for you guys. I'll tease the categories. We're going to end with the best overall nuker in the game, right? That'll be the final award here by one of the top, if not the top, lifetime arena players out there in KruYsen. We have the best HP-based nuker, the best defense-based nuker, the best attack-based nuker. We're going to do mythicals and legendaries in those categories, because otherwise we don't want to be sitting here talking about only mythicals that nobody has the whole video. We're going to do best epic nuker. We're going to do the #1 nuker that you didn't know was a nuker, the support nuker category. And we're going to do the best, most underrated nuker in the game. And finally, the best unity nuker in the game. So there's a lot to cover here, KruYsen. Let's start out with the best HP-based nuker, both legendary and mythical. I want to see if we agree on these. You're the guest, obviously. I want you to go first.
So, as mythical and best one in general, no doubt, the Shadow Thief, nice. No doubt. This one is...
That's who I would have had, yep.
Look at me, I am some fatness.
I must have.
Best HP-based nuker in the game. I mean, there's not a ton to say about this dude that hasn't been said, obviously, but like, do you think he's... Let me ask you this. On Nice, he's insanely good. He defines the meta. Do you think he is properly balanced?
Between the champions, I think he's one of the most broken.
Yeah.
Right now, one of the most broken ones. But at the same time, I don't think it's in the level of toxicity that you cannot deal with. I think you're gonna suffer. He's going to bring back battles that you have four champions alive and only Nice on the other side, and you're gonna still lose the battle.
Passive, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't think he crossed the line of very toxic.
Yep.
There's no answer for that champion.
Yep.
Even more right now, they launched recently some champions that are answers to Nice Kit. So you can deal with him in the funniest way. You can make him kill himself. It's really fun.
Yeah, with Embreeze.
Yeah, with Embreeze.
Yeah. Dude, I agree with you. I agree. I hate going against this dude. I think he's so annoying. I think he's so powerful. He would be my choice as well. But I would not want to. I don't think he's so disruptive to the meta that like anything like a nerf or anything is in question for him. So nice. How about legendary HP-based nuker?
To be fair, in general, I think between all the categories of nukers, I think HP nukers are the category that have the best champions right now, because we have so many good options with so good performance they are doing. I think the HP, before it was the attack-based nukers were dominating the scenario. But right now, I think the HP-based nukers are dominating the scenario. They are really good. in general.
That's crazy
So-
too, because HP are the only champions that don't have a damage escalating buff either, right? Like, so it's
Yeah,
ironic that they're the
exactly.
best because they don't have increased defense, increased attack like the others do.
Exactly, and they still pretty insane.
They do pretty well for themselves. So who do you have here? It's
Yeah,
between I think
people
two,
would-
but yeah.
People would think I'm going to pick Taras, but I'm not.
I thought you were gonna pick Taurus. Who you got?
I'm actually going to pick a champion that I don't play that much. That is Narcissus. I think
Okay.
right now he's really good to the meta because we are living the change between Stone Skin and Pharaoh and champions with passives that make you survive. And we're living that era right now. So his passive counters that passives. But people have like a barrier into using him, me included.
Yeah, me
I have
too.
the opportunity of picking him, but I don't pick him. I don't know why. But on the paper, and his performance is really good also. He can be that champion. He can be the one that goes there. And you see, oh, you got your Pharaoh, nice. You got your Pharaoh. Siegfried, you got your Pharaoh. Cat. And they're going to be dead just before they prop their passives. And Nice is the champion. Narcissus is the champion to do that.
Yeah, dude, I love that pick. What do you guys think, viewers? Who do you think is better? Who would you choose, Narcissus or Taurus? I think I would go Taurus still, but you might be right there. You might be right just because, first of all, they're both power couples. Ancora and Narcissus and Marichka and Taurus, they're both incredible together. They're both very competent without each other as well, right? Which speaks to their power. And it's hard to argue, man. This guy... This A2, I mean, the A3 can be super annoying, but the A2 is just a delete button, isn't it? Sometimes you're just like, whoa. Okay, so cool pick there. Let's go on to defense-based nukers. Who you have here for a mythical? You can't see KruYsen can't see my screen, guys, so I'm just going to guess before he picks. So legendary mythical... I'm sorry, legendary mythical. New news here, KruYsen. I'm dropping some knowledge here. No, I'm sorry. Mythical first, defense base. I'm gonna go crazy, and I'm gonna go with this. Who do you think it's gonna be?
Okay, I cannot see your screen,
Can't
but
see the
I
screen.
would guess it's a loss.
Okay, it's not. My guess is
Galils?
not. My answer is not Alaz, but he could very well be. Who's yours? Is it Alaz?
There is something that I need to say. In general, there are three great defense nukers overall. There are four, but let's say there are three.
Okay.
All of them are red affinity. Two of them are mythical. One is legendary, and depends on what you want. If you want more the mix between utility and damage, Alas is the best one, and the mythical choice. If you're talking about utility and survivability, at the same time, you're going to have the damage because it's a nuker. You're talking about Harima. And right now, Harima is really good at the meta.
I was just showing in the background. So your best legendary is Harima?
Harima.
I agree, man. I agree.
Yeah, we have champions that can go there and destroy your team in a single hit. And she's the champion to drag the battle. Really, she can make the battle go longer. That's why, if you're using Harima right now, the blessing that is Life Harvest is really good for her. Not because the combo is insane or something like that, but the strategy you're going to play if you play Harima is to drag the fight longer. She's not a champion that's going to there and one-shot the enemy team. No, she's going to hit, survive, hit again, survive, proc the second skill, survive, kill someone, they're going to get revived. And the Life Harvest make you destroy the enemy max HP and get turn meter when they revive. So if the fight is going to be longer, people are going to be revived, and there are multiple scenarios happening, Life Harvest makes a good strategy to use on her.
Interesting. I have a 6-star Awaken Harima, humble brag.
Must be nice.
Would you? I have her in polymorph right now. Would you go Life Harvest 6-star over that?
Yeah.
Pay the 300 gems. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Oh, a man can dream, though.
a man can dream.
By the way, on my Harima, I changed her build. I think I was talking to you about this. Maybe, I don't know, off air, but like, by the way, KruYsen has helped me for hours and hours and hours off air. This guy's the most generous, just humble, awesome dude, the same as you see in front of the camera. Has like, I was a mess before you got your hands on me in terms of live arena and really helping me, you know, just understand the basics of champion builds and stuff like that at the high level, you know. So I want to thank you. But I changed her, I put her in Defiant and Savage with triple reaction. Love it. I'll never go back to Stone Skin on Harima. I don't need to, you know, I don't need to. Obviously, there is some downside to it, but now I have her in Life Harvest too. So I love Harima. So she's the best legendary. Mythicals allows the best mythical. You said there were three, though. Who's the third? Because I put a guess on the screen. I wonder if
right now, it's been 2 days, but if you're talking just about damage, but you're also going to bring a lot of utility, we now need to mention Galeos.
Yeah, dude, that's who I had on the screen in the background. I didn't want to be too knee-jerk with it, but I'm seeing this dude. I'm sure you're the same way. The last 2 days, I'm seeing him everywhere in Live Arena. Like, he's getting drafted a lot, and he's doing some work.
Bro, an unresistible place, decrease defense. So, doesn't matter the affinity. He's going to place, doesn't need to hit. And he places decreased defense before hitting. Unresistible, so you cannot resist it. And he does not get polymorphed by that. Bro, you're going to have 50% more damage, 60% more damage just because of that. Even more, because the decreased defense is more impactful than damage boost. So if you're going to give you 100% increased damage or 100% ignore defense, 100% ignore defense is a lot better. A lot better.
Yeah. Dude, this guy's insane, man. You know what I love about him is that he has so many nasty abilities in one kit. You know, it's like anything that you like, that 8, they have block damage, they're playing an Odin or whatever the heck, no big deal. You got it on the Sonic Torture, right? You got buffs, you decrease the duration of buffs on his A3. You just want to kill him and steal their turn meter, go for it with a Sundered Sky. But what I was shocked at too is his base form deals a hell of a lot of damage, man. Like the AoE on the A2 with the provoke and the counterattack and the based on their max HP on the A1. Sometimes I'm shocked, and the reflect damage on the passive. Sometimes I've been shocked.
And
like,
you?
Just,
and you?
I just leave him in his base form sometimes, and he's like, he cooks without even needing it. He's insane. I don't want to talk all day about Galeas, but any final thoughts on this guy?
Bro, there's even something that is really special about him. If you kill someone with one skill, you're gonna have the skill again. You can use it again and again and again and again.
Yeah.
He's crazy. He's crazy. I think it was a very weighted buff. The touch of the Plarium was really a good touch on this buff on this mythical champion.
This is
I
like
think
a
they did it
level
right.
Buff in terms of taking a champion that was meh on a mythical and turning him into a beast. He can't even be CC'd on his alt form. Like that's
I think
really
that was
insane.
the second best buff they ever did to a champion.
Okay.
Mythical champion.
All right. Well, hey, let's go to attack-based nukers. Let's start with the legendary this time. Who's your number one? I'm very curious on this one. Number one attack-based legendary. To me, there's not a super obvious choice. Who you got? Seems like you have one though.
This is the hardest category, but my favorite champion is this category. That is Rhodos. The blue man.
You can't go
It's
wrong,
been
man.
by my side for 5 years or more.
Yeah.
And he never failed to amaze me. He was my campaign farmer when he was launched because he was my first fusion and my first good legendary.
So
he was my clan boss Nuker. And 5 years, almost 6 years later, he is my main Nuker on the arena. So this champion suffered 20 nerfs and he's still top of the meta. Crazy champion.
I totally agree, and man, like he's insane. I think the last time one of the last times that KruYsen like coached me off air, looked at my account. I remember. Do you remember what you said to me? You were like, I was showing you the champions that I use the most, and you're like, Rhodos, man, Rhodos. I'm like, but I got Siegfried, and you're like, Rhodos. Use more Rhodos, and you were absolutely right. Because so many times I've been on the winning side and losing side, kind of like you were talking about with Nice. You think the battle's over, and then Roto's time. He's like popping everybody off. And he's tough to kill, man. He's so tough to kill, you know?
Yeah, he is always a threat. When you think you're safe and there's a Rotos on the other side, bro, you're not safe. Until he's down for real, block revive, not going to come back.
Yeah.
You're not safe because
Indeed.
he can go God mode and GG.
I agree. That was a great choice for legendary. I'm just curious, who would you pick number 2 legendary nuker? I don't want to put you on the spot here. I know you didn't prepare for it.
Okay. I would go for Arnon right now.
Arnon, interesting. I don't have this dude. Boy, he wrecks me though. That passive, man.
He's a champion. Another one that you see it on the other side. You're going to be, okay. Can I touch him, or can I not touch him? Because if I touch him, am I going to kill myself before I win the match? That's the question. When you see him on the other side, you know, okay, can I do something right now, or I need to wait?
Yeah,
is the question when
I think that's a great one. He's wrecked me so many times. How about Mythical?
I said Galeos was second best. He worked on Mythicals because the best one, it was Siegfried. He went from totally trash to one of the most amazing champions out there.
Yeah.
So I think Siegfried steals the craziest Mythical for damage, the highest damage dealer champion. The biggest numbers you're gonna see on the game, it's Siegfried. Yeah, I saw someone hitting for 52 million on this champion. I think it's the highest number I ever saw.
On what?
For sure. Yeah, it was a fabricated battle. He had like very squishy, uncommon enemy, and he had like every single buff.
Oh my word, that's wild.
Just
man.
to hit a zillion damage.
You see him on a lot of the best PvE teams. He's an elite wave clearer, and he rules the arena as well. Is your favorite build for him still the Feral? Yeah. So you go 4-piece Feral, 4-piece Savage, or Lethal?
Yeah, I think it's really on the meta, and that's why Narcissus is so strong. He can just go there and, okay, you're going to resist the bomb, but you're going to be killed by the rolling balls.
Okay. Well, on that note, let's go to the number 1 epic nuker. And maybe I want to put you on the spot and ask for 2 categories, PvP and PvE. I have some ideas too. So, why don't you do PvP? You do the arena, and I'll do PvE and see if we agree.
Sure.
Who you got?
Sure. So, I think the best nuker overall on the epic category is going to be Shamael. I think his damage is something incredible. He can delete champions. He has a triple hit. That if you just have 3 buffs, right now it's really easy because the blessing can give 1 buff. The set can give another buff. So you just need 1 buff. And he will ignore 100% of the defense on a triple hit that does really good amount of damage. So he's one of the few champions that can go there, break the stone skin and kill the champion. And he's perfect to use in different sets. Because if he does not need sets to ignore defense, you're free to use sets that do more damage on stone skin, faster builds, or whatever you want. Because this champion can handle it with the capability of ignoring 100% of the defense if you have 3 buffs. And that's make him a very special nuker. And right now, Plarium is trying to introduce a lot of champions that have fear and true fear. And I'm losing a lot of battles to the free and true fear proc. And Shamael totally annihilated this strategy.
That's
he
true.
Counters it, and
he
destroys everything that have fear involved. So I think he's not only the best epic nuker arena focused, but also a viable nuker on this meta.
Dude, that's a really good call out there. I was ready for, Fenax, or who's I'm sure you love too, or for a few other champions, but I love the Inquisitor. It's a good call out too with the passive and how it counters the meta. This is why we have you on, man. Who would you take second? Do you know off the top of your head?
Probably I would go for Phoenix.
Okay.
A1 block revive, bro.
Okay. So Phoenix number 2. I would go PvE. I still think it's Whisper, man. I think that Whisper would take the cake. She's really the only... I mean, there's a lot. My favorite is Pan the Bowhorn. I love Dirndl. There's a lot of like kind of interesting, hard-hitting epics out there, which is really cool. But no one can actually put out the damage output from my play testing that Whisper can put out against bosses. You know, she's just insane. She can go toe-to-toe with most every legendary, even some mythicals in the game. So
it's beautiful to see her destroying the boss.
yeah. So I would go Whisper. But okay, those are some good ones. Let's go support Nuker. The Nuker that you didn't know was a Nuker category. Who's gonna win this one, KruYsen?
Okay. This is a really good category because right now we have a lot of them. I could put Embreeze in that category. As a mythical, he would be the first choice.
Yeah, he's like everything, right?
Yeah, this champion does everything. He's amazing and he's free.
No, don't like that.
So even better.
I love Embreeze. I get into I'm sure you're probably in the same boat, but like I get into the problem of like, I don't know who to pick.
To build him.
No, well, I mean, I build him with super low accuracy and as fast as I can, as hard hitting as I can, but I don't know between Embreeze and Marius and like Harima, and depending on obviously who you have on your account and you know the blessings and everything like that, but you get to a point where it's almost an embarrassment of riches. Like really good champions, you know, you were talking about this with Narcissus, right? It's just like,
yeah,
you know, like as an endgame player at least, I hope I don't sound like so out of touch with this, like I don't know who to use, but there's something about like, dude, I wish I played Embreeze a little bit more because he's so good, but I'm running my Harima and my Marius more often, you know, whatever it may be, you know?
Yeah, right now we have so many good options. If you have many champions, for sure. If you have lower amount of champions, you're going to use the best options that you have.
Even Carnage.
But if you have many options, right now we are sitting in a meta that is very diversified. And you can pick the champions that you like. And that's really good. Because in the past, you needed to pick Taras and Marichka, even if you don't like to play them. Because the superiority over everything else, it was undeniable. You couldn't deny how strong Taras and Marichka was. Now, with more champions, even in a mythical era, there are so many good champions out there. Even the rares, the free ones. I was counting with Nubraids a few of the best champions that are ranked with him. We have on the top of the top of the top of the top a lot of free champions. Like not totally free, but if you play the game for a certain amount of time, you're going to guaranteed get them. And that's really good. Okay, there is something that I omitted in the beginning because I think he's the cherry on the top of the cake.
You purposely left a Nuker off the list that should have been there because he's going to take the cake for the best overall? Yeah. Before people start banging on their keyboards? Okay, I like that. I like that.
You saved us.
So back to support, though. Embreeze, he's kind of a Nuker, though. Dig deeper, KruYsen. Who's a support that's a real support that you're like, yeah, can be damage dealer, can be a Nuker, too?
Okay, here we have, like, crazy options right now. Yeah. We have Odin, we have Freya, but I'm going to pick one. The most hated champion in the game.
Freya, by the way, I mean, she's technically a defense, but like, dude, she can hit so hard with a stupid A1. So good call out there. Odin as well, obviously, like, insane. I
would pick as a Nuker Armands, actually.
What? Oh! Okay, this is a great one here. The most hated champion in the game is the dude who KruYsen says is the best Nuker you didn't know was a Nuker. I love it. Talk about why.
There is actually a player on Med. I think it's Med Val.
Val, I play against him a lot, yeah.
He uses his Armands with a Nuker build. So you're out there. He's extremely fast, really powerful, but when he's trying to debuff you, he hits for 200k damage.
Oh my god, dude.
Either you get debuffed,
the most toxic Armands of all time.
Nuked. And that takes so many people. Like, you're not expecting for an Armands to go there and kill your nice in a single hit. and
Dude.
make him transform, and he's stunned, and he's going to have another turn.
Yeah, man.
And
He
you-
has almost a 1200 base on his attack too, so you can scale that up for sure, you know?
Yeah, he does not have insane numbers,
No.
but he can put insane numbers.
Oh my
So
god.
right
dude.
now, he's
Don't start a
even-
trend, KruYsen. We're all
Yeah,
gonna blame
People
you.
already hate him.
He has
they
a
gonna hate him
4.2
even more.
multiplier. Not that bad on his AoE. Not that bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it. Who's the most underrated nuker in the game?
This one I have no doubt. I do
Okay.
many takeovers, and on all kind of accounts. And every time I go into an account, this champion has no gear, no investment in it, no stars, nothing. But he's amazing, and the champion is Alio from the Sylvan Watchers.
Oh, Alil. Okay.
Yeah, this
Okay,
champion
it is a good
is
choice, okay.
absolutely- He's amazing. He's amazing. For sure, he's not the best alone. There's strategies around it, but this champion can do some magical things with the right strategy. That is to put him alongside Necret.
Yep.
We live in the speed meta, and this champion is the fastest champion in the game without having the highest speed or without having the fastest build. But he is the champion that is going to be the first to play if you don't have a hegemon or a thing like that.
Yeah.
So I think he's the most underrated nuker out there. He can one-shot champions, guarantee the stone skin on him for 2 turns if you have lasting gifts as mastery. He can go with the A1, steal everything from the enemy, and he hits fairly good with the A1. He can kill the champions. For example, he can touch a Siegfried. The Siegfried will proc the passive, and the Ali will get the block damage instead of the Siegfried. That's really fun to
Dude,
do. You
That's
touch Siegfried, you get the block damage, and you proc his passive. Now he's vulnerable. You can
I'm one of
kill
those
him.
players, man, that has Alil on his bench. I never play Alil. I never play him. Like I played him after his
Right.
buff, but it's part of it is the Necret thing. Is like then I'm gonna have to start playing Necret, which is not a bad thing. Like you're right, it's an insane combo, and I think it's great. But what about without Necret? Where do you? Because obviously I'm sure like not many players have both of those champions.
Yeah,
Where
he
do you
needs a
place
lot
him
of
without a
buffs.
Necret strategy? You're just trying to just have somebody like a Sifi or whoever you have,
Yeah.
like a big buffer go ahead of him.
Yeah, Sifi can put you 3 buffs, which is really good because Sifi's stun mid boost is not the best one right now. So not enough to be compared to the best speed boosters out there. But Sifi's boost on Aliu, it gets 30% more speed boost than the normal champion,
Yep.
other champions. So a Sifi boost on him makes
40.
him crazy fast.
Yeah.
Crazy
Okay.
fast. And there are other champions that buff 2 or 3 buffs in a single skill. That makes him really powerful, really powerful. He's an amazing champion. He's an amazing champion, and he's Void Affinity, which makes him good to kill anyone that you want. There's only one problem with him is the A3 sometimes make you polymorph,
Yep.
but we cannot
Can't have it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully by that time, you know, you've killed somebody. He's under stone skin. He's looking pretty good, you know? Cool, man. That was a really good call. I had no idea who you're going to choose there. Okay, best Unity nuker. I think maybe this guy's in the running. I don't know, guys. Who's the best Unity nuker? There's a lot of good ones out there.
Yeah, for damage, raw damage, people gonna choose.
Your screen
Tiox.
went away. Okay, you're back. You're back. Okay. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
if people are talking about raw damage, people gonna choose Tiox. But overall, the best damage dealer unit does not do damage touching the enemy. He burns the enemy down. It's Vulcanos from the Demonfall faction.
Yeah, dude. I want this guy so bad, man. I want this guy
Me
so
too.
bad. You don't have him either? That makes you feel better.
Oh my god.
I
Makes me feel
tried
better.
the 5 times he came as a boosted chance of summoning. I tried, and I got destroyed all the 5.
Same. We're both suckers. I love it, man. I love this dude. I love that he I hate going against him, but I love how he works. Such a cool, unique champion that does his work without doing anything. You know, it's all his. I shouldn't say it's all his passive, but the magic of this champion's all in his passive, you know, and he just sits there and he's an immediate threat that has to be dealt with. So that's a really good call out. Totally agree. That leaves only one question, and that is, who is the best overall nuker in all of Raid Shadow Legends?
I omitted him from the defense-based champions list, but no doubt, it's not a mythical, it's a Lego. It's a free champion, it's Marius. Marius is absolutely the best champion overall in the game. And I'm not talking about
champion in the game. Number one nuker and the number one champion.
Yeah, I'm not talking about only arena. He's basically the best nuker on live arena. He's the best nuker on classic arena. He's the best nuker on tag team arena. He's a campaign farmer top tier. He can do whatever level you want in the best time you can.
Yep.
He's your Minotaur farm if you want. He can farm every potion dungeon out there alone. He can farm spider. He can be part of your Fire Knight teams. He can be part of your Ice Golem team. He can be part of your Dragon team.
Every clan boss. Yep.
He's on clan boss. He's on the Sand Devil. He's on the Shogun.
Yep.
Being top tier in all these areas. He's also one of the best damage dealers for Chimera and for Hydra. So if a champion is top tier, top 5 in every category of the game, how can I not say he's the best champion in the game?
And he is. I don't know. I agree, and I wonder at your level. So at my level, which is not that far from you, but it's also far from you. Marius is still the most common first pick in live arena that I go against. Is it the same for you? Is he probably the most common first pick?
It's the same for me.
Yeah, I mean that's just a lot, right? These players that you're playing against, a lot of the ones I'm playing against have access to every mythical. A lot of them, fully empowered, fully awakened, the whole 9. People are still going Marius first pick. It says a lot, about how strong mythicals are, and I agree with you, man. You said it very eloquently, but when you're the best everywhere, then you're the damn best. So I knew when we're talking about defense-based nukers that we're going to have people already being like, dude, they're not even going to mention Marius. What the heck? So I'm glad that he was the final best nuker overall in the entire game. I like what you did there, KruYsen. Man, I always love having you on. Thanks so much for doing this. This is a lot of fun. We could do a follow-up maybe with some support champions or any category that you guys would love to see, ally attackers, revivers, whatever, right? So, hey, guys, check out KruYsen's YouTube channel. He streams. He makes content a lot. It's awesome. I promise you won't regret it. Check him out in the description below. KruYsen, thanks for joining me. Thank you guys for watching till the end.
Thank you very much.
And as always, take care, guys.